Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. I'm here with our EOC Director, John Scott. I know a lot of people up in North Florida are watching this storm, but a lot of our folks are watching it too. So while we may not get the immediate effects and impact of the storm, John and I kind of wanted to touch base with everybody, let you know what's going on with our Emergency Operations Center, our Sheriff's Office, as we prepare for what's really going to be a pretty windy event for us, John. We just kind of wanted to give everybody some updated information. John's been staying in touch with the Weather Service and others on getting the latest information. As I said, this storm is not going to impact us as much as it is other parts of the state, but we wanted to make sure that everybody knows what to be prepared for. So John, kind of walk us through it a little bit.
I will, and thank you, Sheriff, and afternoon, Brevard. So as the Sheriff said, we're fortunate in this one that we're going to see minimal impacts, but we're still going to see impacts. You can see the cone here behind us, and what may be a little odd for some folks in this one is we're well out of the cone, but all of the weather with this storm is going to be on the east side of the cone. So we're going to see some wind from that, right? So that means maybe winds in the 25 to 30 mile an hour wind range, maybe even some gusts higher than like in the 45 mile an hour range. That's really going to be what we're talking about. It's a wind event primarily for us. Really low when it comes to rainfall amounts, especially with storms this big. You would normally expect to see more, but it's not. It's going to be down. So we're good in that area. And then, as you pointed out, we're working a lot with our partners. We're coordinating with your team. We're coordinating with the Weather Service. Our public works folks are out checking ditches, cleaning things, making sure pumps are operational. Our cities are out there doing it. Our fire folks are out there. So, we're really full team effort. Even though impacts are minor, we're treating this very much like, we were ready to go if there's any changes. And that's what we want our residents doing, is making sure that they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, we always tell you don't wait for the last minute to go into action. Go into action right now. But in this storm, we're monitoring it. Again, things can always change. We think that the models have all pretty much aligned now, giving us a good idea where this is going to go, the amount of rainfall that's going to drop, and the amount of winds that we're going to face. Let's talk about our water table and our preparedness from if we did get some heavy rain, John.
Yeah, so we're in a good situation when it comes to this. We've seen a little bit lower rainfall the last couple weeks, last month. We're actually down a bit. So we have a lot of capacity in the system to handle water. Projections right now are 1 to 3 inches, maybe as much as 4 to 5, those areas that see the repetitive rain bands. But that is something we can easily accommodate with our current system. So we feel real good about where we are in that case. This really, again, going to be a wind event for us. So we want to make sure folks are picking up any debris that they have loose around their house. They're securing patio furniture. If you got hanging plants or those kinds of things, you're bringing them down, you're putting them on the ground just to get us through Wednesday. Because that's what the timing we're talking about too, Sheriff. We're talking maybe conditions start to deteriorate late on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we see a sort of a blustery, squally day with some of those higher, like 25 to 35 mile an hour winds.
Okay. We don't expect any services to be interrupted. Public Works, waste management, all of that will be in full operation. And then our schools. John's had an opportunity to talk with our superintendent of schools, and I think right now the plan is we're going forward with schools. If that changes, then we'll obviously let everybody know.
Yeah, that's where they are, and they are continuing to evaluate that. They're in close contact with us, with you, making sure they're doing everything, because as we know, safety of our students is first and foremost in their mind. So they're going to be taking care of those things and then evaluating as we go, should we see any changes? Because we know, as you hit, there are always opportunities for changes, and we are just outside of the heavier impact. So if something comes a little bit more our way, that'll change things, and they'll continue to evaluate that decision.
One of the things that could change on the direction of the schools is if we start seeing that our winds are picking up or anything of that nature, making it difficult for the school buses to run their routes and stuff. So we're going to monitor that. If any of that changes, we're going to come back and immediately let you know. What we're really asking everybody to do right now is just start kind of policing your house and your yard, if you will, getting up any debris that's laying around, as John said, any lawn furniture, things of that nature, and just being prepared to do it. I'm looking at this as this is a practice run that hopefully we don't need the rest of the hurricane season, but it is an opportunity for us to go over our checklist and start making sure we have the things in the event that we do start having a serious storm impact here. So make sure you're getting your checklist out and looking at those things and at least refreshing your mind of what's going on. We're going to keep you updated as things go. You can also go to embrevard.com. which is our emergency management website. They are constantly updating information from John's team here and the things that we get. You can also always go to brevardsheriff.com as well. We're working this as it's progressing. Got another update coming from the Weather Service at what, 6 tonight?
Yeah, it's 6 tonight, yes.
Yeah. If anything changes on that or throughout the night, we will come back and update you as things start to change if they do. But as for right now, we just need to be ready for quite a bit of wind and limited rain and hope that that's all that comes our way, and then keep those that are being impacted elsewhere in our prayers as they prepare to deal with this storm. So, John, anything else from you, bud?
No, sir. Again, just reiterating, it's a great time for our residents to, as you said, dust off their checklist, make sure they're ready to go. We've got a long season left. We're not done with this storm by any stretch of the imagination, but hurricane season runs till the end of November. We are not out of the woods.
Yeah. One thing that I always use as a barometer is the first thing I do when I come in is I look at John's shoes. Today he's got on blue shoes, matching his shirt. When you show up here and he's got on his pink shoes, that's a bad sign for us. So today we're in good shape. He's got on the blue shoes.
Blue shoes, sir.
And he and his team are working this in partnership with everybody. So everybody just get ready. Next couple of days we'll keep you updated as things progress. And as always, we appreciate all of your support. We appreciate you partnering with us to keep everybody in our community safe. So have a good afternoon, everybody.